Hi everybody and welcome to HJ Goes Live. We are here today with Sheree Tomić, who is supported by ASP today, and we're going to be talking about all things bridal hair perfection. Sheree, you're going to be talking about the secrets to bridal hair. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I'm excited about this. We're going to be sharing some amazing top tips to unlock the secrets to success.
Amazing. And you just won a recent award for your bridal hair work. Why don't we kick off by telling us all about that?
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh, that's it.
It's still a bit surreal to actually say it out loud, but I have just been awarded Best Bridal Hairstylist in the UK by the Hair and Beauty Awards.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, it was incredible. Thank you.
What an accolade.
I know, I still can't believe it.
Testament to all your amazing bridal looks, which honestly, looking at your Instagram page, I'm just like in awe of how beautiful and well, perfect they look, which is actually the topic of today's live. So introduce me to your dolly head and kind of start things off by talking about, I guess, from the beginnings of bridal hair perfection.
That's right. Yeah, so this is Louise. She's from Pivot Point. She's just going to be my little demo model today because we're talking about the secrets to success for bridal hair and the keys to unlock the secrets to success. And the most important steps that I find in my career and when I'm doing bridal styling is the most important part is the prep, the hair prep. And that can be personalised to every client depending on their hair length, their texture, the density, the style that you want to achieve, what sort of hairline they have, their face shape, the theme of the wedding. There's a lot of things that contribute to that. But I thought let's just make it an overall thing that we can all understand and realise the importance of hair prep and show you some techniques, and of course the most important part is the right product choice and how to use them so we can achieve that.
And that is where ASP come in, who have supported today's live. So we're very thankful for them. So you're going to be telling us some of your personal recommendations from that line that kind of what keep hair looking good for longer, looking great in pictures. And I guess that thing that kind of a modern bride wants more is to look like the best versions of themselves, not like someone completely different for the day.
That's right, exactly. And I think bridal hair, we have to approach it a little bit differently. I'm an ASP ambassador. I've been working them for a very long time, but that is by choice because I believe in the brand and I believe in the products. And they work, they absolutely work for me. I've tried other brands, I've tried other products, but I always come back to this. And I've got 4 key products that I wanted to talk about today that do help us unlock the secrets to success. So should we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the most important part when we're doing bridal hair is once we've considered like the hair texture, the length, the density, we've considered all of that. We do go through a consultation process as well, but when we're there on the day and we're styling the hair, the most important part is the hair prep. And I always like to refer that to the building of a house, so the foundation of a house. So it's easy to then sort of think how you would compare it. So if the foundation of a house was not built strong enough, you would imagine then that the house could crack or slide or tumble or not look, the results that you want. Whereas if you build a really strong foundation base, then you're going to get that perfected look. You're not going to get cracks. You're not going to get like the house sort of sliding to one side or anything like that. So I always say that hair is the same sort of analogy, really. So if we build a strong foundation, that's 80% of our work, then the rest becomes easy and we get that perfect result because we've put in that effort initially.
Amazing. We don't want subsides on a bride's
no.
big day.
And I always think that we could really work so hard when we're styling bridal hair. We put so much pressure on ourselves, But if we haven't started the foundations of the hair right, it doesn't matter how much spray you're putting on it, how many accessories or pretty little grips or pearls you're putting in the hair, you're never going to make it look perfect because you haven't started off the style correctly. So the first product that I wanted to talk about was volume lotion. That's this one. So this is a great product for hair prep. And when I'm styling bridal hair, I actually approach the application of this very differently to when I use it in the salon. So when I'm starting bridal hair, this is my model here is Louise. She's very good. So this is her prep done. As you can see, there's one of these clips are falling out, but you can see that this is a nice hair frame. All I've done, I haven't actually tongued to put any other heat in the hair, just by blow drying now is this is how I've created this look. And the volume lotion is an important step to this, because when we're prepping hair, what I like to do is cut it into stages. And the first stage I call detail hair prep. And this is where we're really focusing on the attention to detail and the perfecting of what the final image is going to be like. So what we have to then look at and consider is the parting, the hairline. Like we know ourselves, when we look at our hairline, it can be frizzy, it can be fluffy, it can be spiky short, it can stick out, or, you know, it never sits as perfect, does it, right at this very front hairline as the rest of our hair. The crown can split. So all of these things we're fighting against. So we want to start the style and give us our sort of winning look at the end. And this is the detail prep that we consider. So by using volume lotion, what we do is we spray this directly onto clean, dry hair, and we can saturate around the hairline, the parting and the crown, and we blow dry that in first with a hairdryer with a nice direct nozzle. And we really pay attention to those areas. And the volume lotion helps us do that because it's instant results, and literally just spraying directly onto dry hair. You don't need to put any water on, as long as the hair's clean and dry. So this is what's going to start building that perfect foundation. So that's key, unlock key one.
Sheree, what's the consistency of that lotion like? Because you mentioned it's called a lotion, but then also it's a spray. So just for viewers, what kind of consistency is that? And should they be sparing with their application of it, or pretty liberal?
Yeah, so when we're styling in the salon, it is a different approach to when we're styling on bridal hair. So I always say you have to be a little bit more generous and liberal when we're styling bridal hair, so you can't be afraid. As long as the hair is clean and dry, we're starting on that perfect canvas. We can spray this directly on. So let me just spray this in my hand so you can see this is like a wetter consistency. So what this will do will actually sort of saturate and wet the hair down around these attention to detail areas around the hairline, the parting and the crown, for us to redirect and blow dry that in to start the style off correctly. So if we want a side parting, we'll be putting that in. If we want more volume at the crown further forward or further back, this is all that sort of detail focus that we'll be working on. But with this product, what's the genius part about it is that it wets the hair, but when we dry it, it's giving us control, but it's still quite soft and shiny. So when we look at the control and the shine here, you can see we still get a nice amount of shine, we still get a very good amount of control, but it actually blow dries into the hair very well as that first initial point of building that foundation.
Well, so it doesn't, it's not like
it smells lovely.
Oh, it's a shame I can't smell it. I'm leaning in as though I can.
Spray it for you. Yeah.
And another great thing, I guess, with that is you don't, as you said, you apply it on dry hair. So often if you're bridal hairstyling for a large group of people of a bridal party, they're not all going to have wet hair. You're not going to have started on wet hair. You might be in a hotel room, or, kind of,
Yeah, so I mean, if we're starting on wet hair, then that's another itinerary that we need to build in, because we need that extra blow dry time. So you're adding in a lot more time and a lot more work. So I like to approach it the simplest, most effective way, and this definitely does work. So as long as the hair's clean and dry, this is how we can approach it, and we're going to get the best results and quicker as well.
Amazing, cool. I know you want to get on to step 2, and I do too.
Yeah.
So what's that?
My product too. So we've done the detail prep. So this is the areas that we've concentrated in. Now this product, anyone that's been on my education knows how much I'm completely obsessed and completely in love with this product. And this is the Volume Mousse by ASP. There's nothing else like it on the market. We've tried it. I've got other people bringing their mousses into my education days, and we've compared it side by side. And this is literally a game changer. I'm so glad they brought this out. It's literally transformed all my bridal hair. It's probably what made me one bridal stylist of the UK, because the results you get of this is incredible. What I do then is I've done all the detail prep. Now I'm working on the nape, and I'm doing section by section. So again, we're going in dry hair. We're putting in this mousse. I'll show you the consistency because it's so luxurious and soft. It feels like almost very conditioning to the hair. So it gives this beautiful, warm, soft coating and bounce and shine to the hair. It's not crispy, it blow dries in perfect, and it gives us this beautiful, soft, bouncy foundation through the hair. So when I'm in the salon, I'm using this for all my bouncy blow dries. But when I'm in doing bridal hair, I'm working section by section. I'm building the product through and blow drying in each section as I work up. So I'm never just applying all of it. I'm doing layer by layer. And if I feel I need more, I can layer up more. It's perfectly safe to really put a lot of product on the hair. And that's what I love about this. It's literally just fail safe.
Amazing. I think
Yeah,
that's
it's a winner.
A lot of people's ears that there's no kind of, you always think, oh God, I can't take away products. We've got to be really cautious with it. But that's great that it's
yeah. I've never put too much in, and I always put quite a lot in, especially if I need to build up some the foundation for Hollywood waves. We know that's a very high-end look. It's something that can be quite difficult to achieve. It can be something that, you know, how do you guarantee that those sort of waves last in the hair? How do we get those best results? Well, this is going to be your best friend. This is what's going to help you build that perfect foundation, and how you can create that beautiful soft wave and give it the longevity that it needs as well. So it's so nourishing and so lightweight, and it really does help lock in that initial prep in the hair, whether you're blow drying, whether you're waving or curling. This is what is going to be your saviour. And I say this like you think I'm being crazy, but I am obsessed with this product. So we've done that. We do that layer by layer, and we've blow dried all of the hair. And then as I'm blow drying it, just with a normal round brush. So these ASP brushes are gorgeous because they've got that sort of head hugger shape in them. So we can blow dry and leave them in, or we can just like pin curl each section in as we go. And this is the final result that we want to get when we're doing our fail-safe bridal hair prep. So we've blow dried all of their hair in. We've got the correct direction that we want through the parting. We've smoothed all the hairline. We've got the direction, the volume we want on the crown. We've got all of that product blow dried through. And we've just pin set it all. And this is a key step now, because they can then go off to makeup, and it gives you time for them for this sort of blow dry prep to cool down and set. They can have their makeup, but it's also another important step that's so on trend right now for bridals more getting ready mornings, is they want their getting ready photographs. They want their cute little dressing gown, their little feathers, or their diamante getting ready pictures. They've had their makeup done, their hair's like put in rollers or little pin curls like this, and they get the cutest photos. And when I say that, when we're planning the itinerary and I explain that, they absolutely love that part, because it's so on trend and so in demand of what brides are looking for right now. So you're giving them this perfect camera opportunity as well.
I love that. You've got to think about the camera moments and the getting ready. Like,
it's so important. Yeah. So those lovely getting ready photos that we see, the reveals or the looks with their dressing gowns on, and all, with all the bridesmaids and doing the cheers or doing their little TikTok transformations or something. This is what they really want. So we can schedule this in the day. It doesn't have to take up a lot of time, because we're gaining more time by doing this, because we work on other bridal parties. and we're not putting too much time and effort in, because all of those products and the techniques that we're using is working well for us.
Oh, so we're on to step 3. No.
Yeah, so the once we've done all of the bridal prep, we've got some other key products that work well. So this is what I wanted to talk about with the other styling products. This is what we'll use when we're styling and building the style of the hair. So we've got the waxwork spray. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with that. I remember when I first had all of the Mode products, I mean, I'm going back a long time, but I had this on the shelf for so many years and I never used it. I was afraid to use it. And I thought, well, let's just start experimenting, do some practicing. I use my mannequins a lot for all my practicing, or I've got some friends in if I'm going to be styling the hair. And I absolutely fell in love with this product of how to build the perfect style now. So we've got our foundation, now we're building the style. So what the waxworks will do is like a flexible texture. It does give a soft shine to the hair, but it helps us build that really defined texture, which is so on trend when we're doing boho or the clean texture styles, which is very in demand right now. If we want to add that sort of definition, but we don't want the hair to be dull, this is what's going to help us create that. So just like slightly layer and building up that product, adding that definition section by section, and this is another product that's going to give us that key to success.
I guess when people hear the term wax, they kind of think it got maybe quite heavy, or like it would be quite dulling on the look. But you've reassured people that that is not the case when it comes to this.
Yeah, and I was exactly the same. I was so afraid to use it. Well, what does it do? Is it heavy? Do I need a wax? I don't know. And the more I got into bridal styling, the more I wanted to create these sort of beautiful textured and boho styles. I thought I need a product to do something to help me smooth this texture, but work on the texture and the definition as well. And I thought, let's just try it. And I did, and I fell in love with it, and I thought, why have I just not ever picked this up? And I think I just wasn't educated enough. I didn't know how to use it, but now I do. It's a key part of my bridal styling. I can show you. It'd be nice for you to see once I've got that spray. So you can see it's very, very lightweight. You can't even really see much on my hands, but the little hairs that I do have, it's got like almost like a very soft waxy film. So just a light spray from a distance, and we can build that up. And that's what's going to give us that really beautiful defined definition, but keeping that clean texture. So it just takes away the fluffiness, the flyaways, any frizziness. Once that foundation's built, this is just going to be perfecting now.
Amazing. Cool.
So that's a good one. And another favourite is the Work It hairspray. I use this in the salon all of the time. I have it with me everywhere I go. I'm never without it. It's my favourite hairspray. There is another stronger hairspray which is good for final fixing if you want a very strong hold, but I don't often use that at all. I feel like once you've built the perfect foundation, it's all about styling, perfecting and giving a gentle hold, because when we're talking about bridal hair, we do want that really glamorous finish and feel to the hair. We don't want it crispy, or you know, to see those like comb lines, or you know what you can imagine years ago in the 80s and the 90s. We don't want that anymore. So this is like the new revolution of hairspray that we can use and build up in the hair. We can layer that up again when we're working on the hair. It's a great finishing product. It's not going to look heavy, it's not going to look dull. It still does have, if you look on the back here, you can see the hold and the shine is at a number 3, so it's a medium level. So it's a perfect balance. And what I love about this is that it's got UV protection as well. And I feel like it does protect against the humidity in the hair, because of that sort of soft layering that you can add to it.
Amazing.
That's my favourite one. That was so when we're thinking about unlocking the keys to success for bridal hair, we've got to make sure we are using the right products, because we don't want to then ruin all of that hard work that we've created. We still want to elevate it, but feel like we've got the hold and the strength that we want, and we've got that perfect finish that we want as well. And this is what's going to help us.
Love that.
Love. And then I've got a little bit of a curveball for my next one.
Oh,
I've chose a different product, the Wonder Dust. So the dust now is a very popular product, and I think years ago we didn't really use it or know what to do with it, but now we do see a lot of dust being used, especially with bridal hair, especially with boho styling. But how do we use it? What effects are we going to get? Can we add too much or too little, and what sort of results are we going to get with that? And the Wonder Dust, for me, is like instant texture and volume and hold, but we can direct it exactly where we need it. And another great reason for why I use this product as well is if someone's been really naughty and they haven't rinsed their hair properly, and their hair's still a bit lank or a little bit greasy, or they promise you that they've shampooed their hair, but they haven't. It's not really that fresh and clean. Where this product as well, if we're doing just a light dust through the roots, it will help absorb that moisture and give us that sort of life and lift back through the hair, and make it sort of easier for us to work with it. Because if the hair's coated and greasy and heavy, we're always going to be fighting it. So this has been like a really big saviour for me to help fight against that. For those naughty ones that don't follow the instructions.
And you would use that after your prep section?
Yeah. I only ever use this on dry hair. So if I'm blow drying the hair through and I feel like the hair's not dry and it's still got a bit of a coating, we all know what I'm talking about, where I think, oh God, it still feels greasy, or there's a bit of conditioner. You know that when you've been working in the salon, and if you've had an assistant that hasn't rinsed the conditioner out properly and it's just lank and greasy and heavy, ideally we can go back and rinse it out. But when you're on location, you're styling bridal hair, you don't have that opportunity to do it, and we don't want to be soaking all the hair back wet again. So just that light dust and powder through the hair, just a very, very minimal amount, massage that through the roots, and it does help absorb and draw that out, and then we can start styling and putting the products that we need through the hair.
So it's like a dry shampoo effect, but without the heaviness.
Well, it's like a dry shampoo on steroids, because it is very strong, so you have to be careful. Yeah, we do have an amazing Revive Me dry shampoo, which is great for that. But if you just need something stronger, then this is the perfect one, and it instantly does absorb that. But the main focus for why we've used this is to create instant volume and texture. So it's really, really brilliant for when we're working on very, very fine hair. For those clients that say, oh, I never get any body in my hair, it always goes flat. Or if they're wearing a fascinator and they say, look, I've got nothing to clip it to, I've got nothing to grip, my fascinator to, and this is like, I know how to do it. So that little area here, or if we need to create volume in a certain area, we can work our dust through. So just a slight little shake. We don't want to do like a heavy shake or too much of a puff, because it is strong and it does work instantly. So just a light shake through the hair, let that sort of fall onto the hair in that area that we need it to, and that's going to instantly sort of grip and thicken the hair, give volume, roots. And if the great trick to this as well is if we are adding in a veil, a comb, or an accessory, or the fascinator, we can put this exactly where we need it, and it's going to give us that instant grip to connect that accessory on, and it is a really perfect solution for that as well.
Love it. We've had a question through on
Facebook.
Awesome. And this person has asked, do you use the hairspray in the setting prep? Does that?
Well, yeah, that's a good question, because if we've done all of the blow dry prep like I've done now, and then now I'm letting them go off to their makeup, and then I'm starting my next bridesmaid or whoever, so then I can, while it's starting to cool, I can then go in with the work it. So if I feel like it just needs that extra little bit of hold as it's starting to cool, I can go in with my work it spray that, just a light mist all through, let them go off. And then I'll come back, and when I take them out, I'm still going to get that lovely flexibility and movement through the hair. So it's not going to hinder me, but it's just going to give me that little bit more grip to the hair before I start then the rest of the style.
Amazing. Thank you. Bro, anything else to add? Does Louise want to say anything about her look today and what she's looking forward to?
Well, she's excited to have her makeup finished, and then she's going off for some lovely getting ready photos. And then I can take these out. What I've done is I've blow dried the volume lotion through the front, and I've blow dried the volume mousse section by section. So it'd be interesting to show you really how flexible this is. What I find is when I'm doing my education days as well, and I'm saying to the stylists that are using the product, you want that enough grip and bounce and texture. If it still feels fly away or soft or fluffy, then add more products and keep blow drying that in, and you can layer that up to get the right bounce and texture. But even from on the camera, I think you can see how beautifully soft and voluminous that hair is, and how easy that is, and the shine you get as well with this. I mean, her hair's blonde and you still see a beautiful shine. Let's get her a little bit higher so you can see.
No mean feat to achieve on a dolly head as well.
I am jealous of her hair. I wish I had this hair.
Yeah, girl has got volume.
She's got volume now, hasn't she? This is the perfect foundation now for me to start working on her hair. But all of the hard work's done. Now I'm just going to be following my styling pattern. I'll be using my work kit spray. I'll be using my volume powder where I need it. And then I'm putting her style in. And I know that it's going to have the perfect finish. And I know it's going to have the longevity. So I can trust that it stays in. And she has that trust that it will stay in. And she'll have some incredible photos.
I guess for a bridal stylist, that's your worst nightmare, the hair not lasting the whole day and night.
Yeah, and I often hear that with some brides or bridesmaids. They'll say, actually very recently I did a wedding, and a bridesmaid came to me. She said, I've been told that my hair will never hold a curl. And I was like, okay, let's see. Yeah. And I said, oh, well, I know what I'm going to do, and I know how to make it last. Actually, it's probably on one of my previous reels a couple of weeks ago, and I think I did put another stylist told her that her curls will never last, and the results that we've got, this beautiful soft elegant wave, and it looked gorgeous. We was brushing and combing it out loads. We finished it. I checked her at the end. It still looked gorgeous, and she said, oh my god, it feels amazing. I never thought I'd get my hair like this. And the hero product for that is this.
That volume mousse. Oh my gosh. Need that.
Everyone needs that, honestly. Yeah.
Sheree, this has been an absolute blast. I feel like I've learned so much, so no doubt the viewers who are watching will learn so much. And if anyone does have any questions, please feel free to comment below. This will be going out on Instagram. It's already on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So we will keep an eye on the comments, and we'll pass them along to Sheree and the ASP team if you've got any questions about bridal styling. Any further thoughts, Sheree, and anything that you'd want to say?
Well, just thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me chat. I love sharing my secrets and the keys to success. They can seem simple, but the results are so powerful, and it's so important to implement in your work. And if you carry on these steps every time, it does guarantee success. I've known that for myself. I've had my own failures, but I know now what works, and I know the system that I always put into place to get the best results. And it does work, and that's what makes my job so enjoyable, and that's why I love it so much.
And that's why you're an award-winning bridal stylist. Thank you so much to you and Louise, and I hope she enjoys her big day. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Sheree.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.